Hello, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you see this. This is Regina Nunley, better known as the Preacher Kid Sensation, PK, Sensation for short. If you follow me on Instagram, it's a place. So I am obviously walking, but I am in St. Augustine. I am in St. Augustine, Florida, walking, and came up. Actually, it was supposed to be a conference, and so it was supposed to be a conference, but the conference was canceled. So my pastor was gracious enough to get some rooms for us, and I wound up getting a room by myself. That wasn't the plan, but that's what happened. So I have a room to myself. I'm walking around. It's very, very busy down here in St. Augustine. It's the summer. It's Saturday. The trolley stopped at 4:30. Didn't nobody tell me nothing. I was like, oh, I want to do the trolley, and it's still daylight. But, it is what a TI is. So I'm walking right now. I'm a little far down from where I want to be, but I don't got to pay for no parking, so, and it says, paid parking has its privileges. But I wanted to come in and make sure I look where I'm walking, because I don't want to stumble and fall, quite literally or figuratively. But yeah, so assignment number 5. Assignment number 5, that was yesterday. Had a chance to see the replay. And I will say it was really good. I don't have my notes in front of me, obviously, because I'm walking. But I can see my background. But I got a kick out of Magic Johnson when he talked about how he was strategic in his plans with Starbucks when he opened up his theater. I didn't know it was that far back. Waiting to Exhale. I'm like, good God, that was in the 90s. But anyway, so the quaint places. But anyway, so yeah, he was talking about how he was strategic with the owner of Starbucks and how they didn't want to bring the Starbucks into a inner city, which, I know sometimes people want to think that, everybody get treated the same, and certain people don't want their businesses in certain places because they don't think it's going to do well. Air quotes. But anyway, so Magic was able to pitch the idea, and he said something that was quite relevant. And he said, sometimes you have to bring the person to the deal. You bring the person to the deal so they can see for themselves, what it is that they're investing in. And so in some situations, people need to see it to believe it. They need to see it before they invest in it. And that's what he did. So he flew him down to his theater, grand opening of Waiting to Exhale with Whitney Houston. And so here he is showing this man, look at all these people. And of course, the guy look at all this money. And so, but what cracked me up was when he went into the theater and he said, you know, the women were yelling at he said, well, he says minorities, he would say black people. When it comes to movies, we talk to the screen. Not so much we talk to the screen. I want y'all to see some of the architecture where I'm at. That house right there. Trolley. Yo, this is the guy with the... Hey! That's what I'm talking about. Got that R&B playing. Getting his exercise in. And he riding that thing too. Anyway, so I'm almost to where I wanted to be. It's not a bad walk. Oh, well, look at God. God good. Ripley's, believe it or not, St. Augustine. See, they have the red train tours. I knew they had one of those tours. I knew it was one of them. I don't know. I want to say Ripley's, believe it or not, that's the museum. So when you come to St. Augustine, you can come to Ripley's. We as kids, we did a what you call that thing? Lord Jesus. Field trip here. So you had to come to St. Augustine for a field trip. So that's Ripley's, believe it or not. And it's inside of the Warden Winter Home. Yeah, I can see that. I'm traveling with me. The Warden Winter Home was built in 1887. They partnered with Henry Flagler and John D. Rockefeller. If some of you don't know, John D. Rockefeller had his summer home in Ormond Beach. And of course, he was the richest man ever. And Henry Flagler was building the railroad, okay? And so, apparently, that place right there used to be their house. Can't take it with you. All right? So that was built in 1887. But Ripley's, of course, was, y'all remember the TV show, right? I think Jack Palance, I'm dating myself, he used to do that show on Sundays. Ripley's, believe it or not. Weird. So anyway, so Magic Johnson is talking about how he was able to get Starbucks to come into the inner city. And he had a Starbucks in the theater, I guess. And homeboy said, he said, black people will buy a cup of coffee for $3. He said, but them folks didn't know what a scone was. I burst out laughing. I said, oh, Lord. They look at the scone like, that's a cream color, that's one of them cream colored biscuits. It's a cream covered biscuit. That's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all can see I'm shiny because it is humidity in Florida. Ah, yeah, but listen, I'm coming up to where I want to be in the first place. So, this was a bad walk. Look at God. I got free parking. People fighting for parking. I got to park. I had to walk. Anyway, so then he said that what he did was, another selling point, was that when he said he knows his audience. And he said you have to over-deliver and you have to know your people. You have to know your audience. Okay? Got some people picnicking. I can't see because I'm not going to run across the street, but that's the Menorcan Cemetery. The Menorcans that came here and settled in St. Augustine as well. All right? Okay, amen. And so, that being said, so he said he had to know his audience. And therefore, he said he took out them scones and he put in peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, and boy, I hollered when he said, and sock it to me cake. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, God. I was like, oh, I got to put my hands up. Oh, I got to put my hands up and surrender. I say, sock it to me cake. Because Winn-Dixie got the best sock it to me cakes. Anyway, I can relate to that. But he knew his audience. He knew what they wanted. He gave it to them and they bought it. So the marketing strategy is like know who you're dealing with and deliver it. Right. That was crazy. Yo, that was crazy. I had to videotape it and put it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram because it was funny what he said. To me it was anyway, because I'm like, dude. So I am coming into what is considered the original part of the old town. Some of these buildings are a little bit built up, but this is the coming into the old part of St. Augustine. So I want y'all to see with me. I'm also a traveler, just in case y'all were wondering. I love to travel. I'm a travelista entrepreneur. And right to my left is the fort. It's kind of hard to see it from here because whatever, but yep, that's the fort. Let's stop. Yep, oak tree. I don't know how long that oak tree been there. If you ever come here, you might want to do a horse and carriage ride. Oh, that's so romantical. How romantical.
So they dig deep down underneath all that?
Yeah, they gotta learn all that history. I'd be like, look, that's the fort, y'all. This the fort, y'all. Look at it. It been there for 500 years. Look at that. That's the fort, y'all. And they that's where the Spaniards and then the Spaniards and then the British and then the Spaniards came back. And then finally Florida got its own independence. And Florida became a state, I think, in 18 something, 40 something, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, Magic Johnson, that's what resonated with me. That's what really stood out to me, what he was talking about. And so I am doing a lot of walking. I am getting into it. So this fort is called, see, y'all getting some free stuff here. See, don't tell me I got no value for y'all guys. Castillo de San Marcos. Castillo. All right. In other words, a fort. Okay. And I've been in the fort plenty of times. It's really neat. And but it's like this, if you seen one fort, you've seen them all, right? Because when I went to the fort in Puerto Rico, the same. Went to the fort when we went to Dominican Republic, looked the same. And then there's actually two forts here in St. Augustine, and they only talk about the big one, and which is a misunderstanding, because here you think it's only one fort, but it's really two. But the second fort is really an outpost. It's on the Matanzas River, which is well, let me show you. A little bigger. That's the fort. Marcos Dan say con son stilo. Stealing something. Yep. You can walk down into the moat area. See the gun whatchamahoots and sentinels. Can you imagine these people staying here? Oh God. And that's the river, Matanzas River, which means massacre in Spanish, but we ain't gonna go there. So this is the fort here in St. Augustine, Coquina Rock. So you can see that stood the test of time, and like I said, the old city is up in there. So we'll do some walking around. I'll let y'all see that as well. I didn't mean to turn this into sightseeing, but yeah. So that's the fort up close. And you could go down and go inside, which I think you have to pay to go inside, and I don't know. I'm gonna go do all that. But that's my takeaway for my assignment 5 from yesterday, regarding the when it comes to monetizing your brand. So I guess the thing you have to just remember is that if you want to monetize your brand, you got to know your audience, and you have to deliver what your audience likes, and then they'll buy it. People gonna like it, they're gonna buy it. That's just it. People just hanging out, just having a good time. Y'all, this COVID thing had everybody on lockdown, and now people just almost got hit by some birds. See that? That's in the coastal waterway. Matanzas, people in their boats. Right, and all of this. And of course, that's the outlet. That's the inlet that goes out to the ocean. See that? That's the beach side over there. That's the Bridge of Lions. That bridge going across there, that's the Bridge of Lions. Right? And that's one of the bridges that connect you to the beach side, and we're on the mainland. So yeah, they got the fishing boats out there, and so it's really nice out here in St. Augustine, Florida. And so I'm gonna go into the old part of the city, and that's what I'm gonna do day 6. But I just wanted to come on and do my day 5 assignment. And today was gratuitous. I didn't expect to be doing sightseeing and walking around, but things work out for the good. I had a little break because this week was really hard for me. It was kind of difficult. I mean, I'm not going into details, but yeah. So so it's good to have something that's given to you when you need it the most. And yeah, it'd be nice with a group of people, but you can see I fly solo. So you got to do what you got to do the way you want to do it. So but I'm gonna pop in again. Got 49% on my phone. All right, so we'll chat later. Bye-bye.